Today on Kids Way to Science, we are going to be learning about a mystery element that we are going to try and figure out what it is and how we can get it out of this jar. Now, first, we have to look what element this is. So, we are going to look on my phone on the periodic table to see if we can find out what this element is. Okay, so one thing I should tell you about myself is I'm homeschooled, so I get to do a lot of stuff people don't usually do. Like I get to travel a lot and go to a lot of places. So I was doing a bit of research on my computer, and it said that this element is Ga31. So that means it's gallium. So I am going to try and get this out of the bottle using whatever sources I can. My challenge is I'm not supposed to touch this with any other kind of metal. And you can do this at home. It's a very easy project. So I haven't done this before, so I'm just going to follow along with whatever I can. So I'm going to try and use a magnet, since it's a type of metal. Then I will try to maybe hit it out of the can by hitting it down like a ketchup bottle. So then I'm going to try and break the bottle, but before I break the bottle, I might think of one more thing I could do. I could put it in, boil it, or heat it so it's hot enough that it'll come out of the bottle. The only problem with that is that it might melt all over the pan and stick there forever, so I don't want to waste that. So let's just see what we can do. After me studying this, I found out it's not magnetic. See? So we can't get it out of this bottle using this very powerful 2 or 3 inch magnet. Now this is one of the most powerful magnets I've ever used, so it is not working. So no, it's not magnetic. Now, 2 minutes later, before I showed you the first little section of my video, I was looking up some research, and I found out you can melt gallium in your hand if you have your hand hot enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this hot enough under my bathroom sink to try and see if it will melt into my hand. Okay, so now I'm going to test this theory out. So now let's turn on the hot water. Now we'll wait until the water gets hot. Okay, the water is now hot. Now I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to try and get it to melt as much as it can. Now what is going on is that heat can turn solids into a liquid. So what that's doing right now is the heat coming from the water is starting to melt the gallium. So let's check it. A little more. Okay, that's enough. Okay, now the final effect. Gallium. So, gallium, this is feeling kind of good and kind of weird. It's sort of staying in its solid form, but it's all staying together, but it's leaving a little residue on my hand, which I can probably clean off. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one last time. Gallium. And then I'm putting it back in the bottle for next time. Do something good with it. So now, let's see what it takes to wash this off.
cooler water. Okay. Into the soap. There, it's gone. That's all for today. If you have any tips, please be sure to notify me in the suggestions box below. I will be making more videos as much as I can. And I hope to see you again on Kids Way to Science.